Dear guests, friends and visitors, between the 30th of June and the 2nd of July 2023, festive village days known as the Lake Fair took place in Chavoy. The event was implemented with the keywords European integration, intercultural dialogue and twin city relations, financed from €25,037 funded by the EU, called European Values Are Our Common Future under project number 1010-89761. We invited and hosted young people from 5 EU member countries and from a country outside the European Union. During these 3 days, a total of 163 foreign participants and 55 participants from Hungary were busy with the programs of the event. On Friday, the 30th of June 2023, the first day, we welcomed our foreign guests and delegations. We made them familiar with the venues of the events. We showed them which Facebook page they could join and where to find our website. After checking them into their accommodation and having dinner together, the guests could watch the El Dorado band show in the schoolyard and have a great party until dawn in the retro disco. The program continued on Saturday, the 1st of July 2023 at 10 o'clock in the morning. First, everyone introduced the settlement where they came from. After the presentations, we listened to a presentation by Dr. Balázs Németh, professor of the University of Pécs. During his presentation, we learned what the goals of the European youth are and how important role young people play in the EU. We also heard valuable information about the role of local and regional authorities of the European Union. In the afternoon, the program split into 3 different sections. The guests continued with a workshop based on the main topic of the conference of the morning. The participants completed a questionnaire summarizing how useful and instructive they found the information they were given. We learned why they thought it is worth being a member of the EU and how the main reason would be interpreted to Serbia before joining the European Union. At the same time as a workshop, there was a festive board meeting in the municipal library, where 2 valuable people were honored who have continuously done a lot of work in the field of international relations. Zoltán Molnár, the mayor of the town of Naszvad, and Mirko Mališ, the former mayor of the municipality of Csecínci. The third event at the same time, the common cooking took place in Arany János Street, in front of the school and in the schoolyard. Thanks the guests cook from within and outside our borders, visitors could taste savory potato snack made by the Nasradians, the French apple cake of Argentan, and they could also eat mutton stew with cabbage. In the yard of the school, bean goulash was cooked for 500 people in 10 cauldrons, from which the guests and the inhabitants of the village had their dinner. In the afternoon, also the youngest age group found their best activity. In the garden behind the school, there were jumping castles, basket swings, giant puppets, balloon-throwing clowns, face painters, and sand painting to entertain them. Early in the evening, the high-quality cultural program began, where not only the groups of our guests, but also those from other foreign settlements performed on the stage. During the afternoon, the Member of Parliament of the region, Robert Gigo, was also a guest with his family. After the cultural show, the dinner and then the fun followed. On stage were Postman Joe, the Jump Rock Band, and Tibor Chili, who played music into the small hours at the street ball. Sunday, The 2nd of July 2023 started with a Holy Mass, where Norbert Vedelek, Vice President of the Board Bács-Kiskun County, and his family was also present. After the Mass, the lake fair started on the lake side of the Lake Bora, where craftsmen presented and sold their goods. And this is where the 2 by 4 meter puzzle representing all the member countries of the European Union was put together. Our young guests enjoyed this activity so much that they prepared completing the puzzle several times during the morning. Although it was no pre-planned program, but the exhibition of the pictures, drawings and paintings of a 16-year-old girl from Csavoy was of high cultural value. The exhibition was opened by István Tumó, a member of the delegation of Argentan, who is a painter himself. The last program of the 3-day event, the closing conference, was where the young participants told about their experiences of the meeting of Pata settlements. They had a rich conversation about what impacts they were going to take home and how they felt in Csavoy. What are our experiences and conclusions? First and foremost, there were a lot of new cross-border cooperations born in these 3 days. And most of all, what makes us happy is that everyone had a great time in Csavoy, everyone was satisfied with the programs, the accommodation, the meals, the catering, and the hosts.